is always, how can I say this? Prison is filled with men, and so are the graveyards with men that was in situation over women, where women, you know, and men do it too, but we have problems in our relationship and we start involving people. You know, you can involve people in your relationship by just calling, venting them, putting them people in your business. And then that family member or friend start to have resentment towards the person you with. And the energy is clear whenever they're around each other, right? Because we put people in our business. Because anger is temporary. We be angry in that minute, that moment. But then in that moment, we invite people in our relationship. And then when that moment passes, that person that you vented to, they still got that energy. They not keeping record of all the positive stuff that goes on in your relationship. They keeping record of all the negative, right? And in this situation here with Travis Rudolph and his girlfriend, who was married, from what I understand, they end up beefing, going through a situation where she sent her brothers over there, what ultimately led to a murder situation. According to the testimony by Travis' lawyer, that day she came over his house. She said she wanted to get something to drink. So he left and got her something to drink. Alcohol in the situation, right? Note, their relationship is rocky, according to this testimony. And so they go get something to drink. They drinking, playing cards or whatever. And Travis' brother come over there. And something had happened with his car as far as the car getting detailed or something, right? So Travis go look at the car with his brother, leave his phone there. You see where this going. She picks his phone up, go through his phone, and start seeing he texting people, different conversations or whatever. So they drinking. You put alcohol in the equation, and you know a women theory in a situation like that. So again, she when he come back in there, she go off. They get the going through whatever they going through, and it led to the viral ring video footage of them fighting on the porch. Let's get that real quick. Let's get that. Let's see. All right. And I think this is his testimony as well. Hold on, we'll see. So in the video is him, he fighting her off of him. She's fighting on him. He's like pushing her off or whatever the case may be. So that's after she went through his phone and she seen the messages between him and the female, and she FaceTime one of the females, right? And they, playing it cool, whatever the case may be. The situation still spiraled under control to as though he started antagonizing her, according to what his lawyer said during the trial, that he started telling Shorty, like, yeah, her body better than yours, she's better, whatever the case may be. But this is only response. I'm not justifying it, because obviously Yo was lying in the beginning when he said it was just friends, and they might be just friends. If he not in no relationship with her, that's why you got to have it all. That's why you got to know where you stand in any situation. And I don't even think he knew that she was married, but that's neither here nor there. But you do need to know where you stand in the situation. So now I've learned that you fight fire with water. He was in there fighting fire with fire. He can't put his hands on her. Nope. He's getting ready to join the Canadian Football League, so he got shit to lose. All right? So let's finish watching this video.
Isn't it true that you were the first person to become physically violent with Travis and not the other way around?
No.
Not at all?
Something or show me something if I can't recall the exact steps of the moments.
Question. Okay, so you were the first one to become physically violent with Travis, not the other way around. Answer. Correct.
Yes, is that correct?
You remember that?
Yes.
So you smashed his iPhone not out of anger, but because you were hurt?
Yes.
Okay.
And I didn't send my brothers
See,
to
the
kill him.
backstory is she
Just
broke
sent
the
a text.
phone after she found out yo was doing a whole bunch of texting and back and forth, and she FaceTimed the girl, whatever. Not to mention that this is a whole big mess where that's why she kept saying she felt disrespected. Hold on.
Go shoot up his shit, right?
I didn't say shoot him.
You sent a text to go shoot up his shit, right?
Correct.
Tell the jury what the shit is.
When you're angry, you say things. I'm sure everyone in this courtroom has said something when you're. I'm trying to speak. If you want me to answer your question, you have to let me answer your question.
No, she's
If you were
spicy.
responsive to my question, I wouldn't have.
All right. Answer the question, please.
Okay. Can you repeat your question?
Question was shit. What does shit mean in the context of that text?
Anything but him.
Okay. His brother?
So
No.
Dominique,
It could have been the house.
Nothing violent toward a person.
It could have been his mother's house, right?
I was upset and my adrenaline was running and I said something that I didn't mean. That's the bottom line of that. I didn't mean for my brothers to do any of that. That's why when my brother left the house.
so Dominique being cross-examined by Travis's lawyer. No, she's the state witness, and look how spicy she talking.
He did not have a firearm on him. People say things when they're upset that they don't mean all the time, but since the situation has happened, it obviously blew up 20 times more. But I didn't necessarily mean for anything to happen to Travis, his family, his house, or anything. It was like my second home. I would not want anything to happen there.
You know what? I believe her. Even though I think she meant it. When she sent that text out, she meant it. She meant every word. Come shoot this shit up. But that's what I mean about anger. That shit be temporary, man. That shit come and it go. It be a moment. But in that moment, that's all that matter. Because these doges, her goofy ass brother and them, she put that battery in their back. And remember what I said about when you have people in your relationship. So they, from what I understand, is they've been beefing and having a whole lot of back and forth. They was toxic. And you know how it is. I'm pretty sure she vented to her brothers. So why, it's like, so for instance, right? Why wouldn't a brother or any of the men in that situation, with their experience with dealing with women, try to de-escalate the situation, right? They obviously had some energy towards yo. Nobody said, yo, hold on, let me talk to him. What's going on? Let me talk to him, because we know how stuff is, and people will exaggerate for you to go and get a reaction in that moment. See, that's that emotion. A lot of times it ends us up in prison is emotion. A lifer once told me 5 months into their life sentence, they was over whatever situation. It wasn't even that serious. It be emotion. And when men operate like women respectfully in their emotion, this is the end result. And you can only imagine all the shit she talked about. Yeah, my brother or my cousin Ray just came home. He did 1,000 years, killer, murder. Yo, like, I ain't trying to hear all that. You know how people try to boast about people with indirect threats. Like, if you ever get out of pocket, little Ray gonna come see you. But whole time, she in their ear talking about their problems, talking about her problems. They was ready to go. And you know what the irony is? The brother was a gun enthusiast, so they say. And the gun that he used to kill your homeboy, he bought from him, according to the lawyer. That was in the opening argument. So both of them knew they was about them guns. He knew, and from what I understand is Travis, he went to the range. All his guns was legal. The brother, he bought that gun one day and sold it right to him the next day. So they knew that's probably one reason why they came. Like, he came, one, yo, play football. So you know he was in shape, he trained. So they didn't really want that physical smoke. That's why he had to get 3 other people. And that he knew he had a pistol, he had a ham over there. So they came over there with their weapons. Let's watch the rest of this.
All right. And he never raised a hand and touched you, did he not?
Yeah, he was raising his hand the whole time, like grabbing me.
Well, according to that video, wasn't nobody doing nothing to you, sweetheart. Wasn't nobody doing nothing to you. And that's why, my friends, you got to keep people out your business. Why in relationships, when we with somebody, like it's 0 to 1,000 real quick, we don't even give each other the benefit of the doubt. Treat each other like you treat your boss at work. Know that we're going to make mistakes. We're not perfect. Treat us like you would treat your family. We need to start treating each other like family, I think, overall, because outside of this situation, there's people going to jail and dying like this every single day because of emotion, overreacting, and having other people involved. Don't call me. Call the police. When a person, a female, when you're dealing with a male, and this could be the other way around as well. They calling you to crash out. Because you don't just show up to nobody else's house. So what they're saying to you in that moment, they don't give a fuck about whatever the fuck you got going on in your life. Your kid, your job, your woman, everything that you work hard to build. Fuck all that. Throw that away. Because in my feelings right now, it's time for you to go crash out. Don't call me, call the police. They are paid licensed shooters. They're going to get treated differently by the court than me. Don't call me. Call the police. Because let's say I got an inflated ego. I show up and don't leave on my own accord in a body bag. Are you going to take care of my kids? Are you going to pay my mortgage? Are you going to take care of my wife? You're not. This girl is up on a stand, spicy as hell. Somebody gone. She here. And this dude about to go to jail. Forever. Forever. And I'm not saying that you don't look out for your loved ones, that you don't defend your loved ones. That's not what I'm saying. But here's the thing. You got to think for everybody in this situation. You can't let stuff in. You can't be in bad relationships, period. It shouldn't be going on that people got to die. That's not regular. Nobody should have to die. We should say, hey, this ain't working out. Go our separate ways, like grown-ups. Nobody should have to die. So nobody should have to make a choice whether I throw my life away or lose my life to come to the aid of a family member, a sister, a cousin, an aunt. You shouldn't be, it's not fair to put somebody in that situation. Because 9 times out of 10, we're going to have to rock out because we love you. But why create that situation where somebody got to die or go to jail? Or we see the signs early on. Know when to say, you know what, this is it. It's a wrap. This is not going to work. Leave. Because there's a lot of people in the same situation. The same exact identical situation as Travis. They say, but the state is trying to argue that in the beginning it was self-defense. But when he chased them down, it was murder. We got to be smart, man. Stop dragging people into your shit. Stop letting it become shit that where people got to die. Care enough about me, because you know I ain't no slouch, but care enough about me that you leave the situation early. Care enough about me and all the other people you think crash dummies to call the police. Yeah, I'm a convicted felon. I'm in prison. Yo, call the police. I ain't got no jail time in me, and I'm trying to live the rest of my life. Y'all can have that. Call the police. We can't be in situations where it ever get to this point We got to stop. Yeah, that's my position. Call the police. Don't call me. Care enough about my situation and your emotion. And you could take it steps further back. Know where you stand in the situation. We gotta have emotional discipline. Can't just go crazy. There's consequences. We can't. This the real world. We're grown-ups. Cause and effect. Consequences. Nah. I like feeling the fresh air blow against my skin. Let's finish watching. Hold on. I want to see this. Hold on. So, let's look at. This is one of the testimonies of one of the guys.
Murder trial for former NFL player Travis Rudolph continued today. Rudolph is accused of killing a man and injuring another during a shooting in Lake Park 2 years ago. Rudolph says it was self-defense. Our Angela Rozier is at the Palm Beach County Courthouse with the very latest.
Christopher Lowe told jurors he and 3 other men showed up at Travis Rudolph's home in Lake Park in April of 2021 to confront him about an altercation he had with his girlfriend.
Now, can you tell me what the plan was once you got to Mr. Rudolph's residence?
There wasn't a plan. We didn't really think about anything to do in a certain way. We just showed up, we parked, and we just knocked on the door.
Lowe was shown in court ring camera doorbell video of the 4 outside the home, getting into a scuffle with the defendant and then running back to their vehicle to drive away.
Did you see anyone in your vehicle with a firearm?
No, I never saw anybody with a firearm.
He says as they were heading to the vehicle, shots were fired.
Less than a second later, a whole bunch of gunshots just start flying into the car.
They managed to get away. He realized one of them had been shot.
That's when I grabbed my phone out of my pocket.
So, according to Travis' lawyer, what happened was the neighbor said one of his neighbors witnessed the altercation too, right? So it wasn't like they had the argument and then automatically the brothers came right over. No, she left. She sent the message out. She called your mother, called your sister, talking about they gonna shoot the shit up. The goon squad show up a couple of hours later in the middle of the night. They parked the car like 2 blocks down, left their phone and everything off. One of them took their shirt off. They come to the door, and this clown talking about, we came to talk with pistols. The police followed, the dogs followed the blood trail from when they got shot, running back to the car, and found the gun. They didn't even call the police right away. I mean, I get it. But somebody died. But all this, they innocent? Nah. This like on fucking Menace to Society with Kane. Beat up the girl fucking cousin because he had told her it wasn't his baby when she found out she was pregnant. And they came and, no, it's not, well. Yeah, they got the ass whipped. Well, he got his ass whipped, rather. Kane whipped your ass, and he seen him later, and he killed him, whatever. Well, came back, tried to kill him, whatever. But, these brothers sitting there playing dumb like, yo, you're not innocent, you're not a victim. You knew what was going on. Y'all came there for that smoke. You wrote a check. She wrote a check that y'all ass couldn't cash. And y'all minus 1 nigga now. Stop letting these people put batteries in your back and marching you to your death. Stop. Nah, don't call me, call the police. At this point, if somebody call me and they emotional rage, they my op too. Because know what they saying? Ultimately, fuck me and fuck my family. Nope. We good. Call the police.